The gravity of pain is absolute, but he has turned it into a lens, focusing it all into a single point of light. A smile.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard.
That is the fundamental theorem of this universe.
They see the man who stops the meteor. They don't see the one enduring the pressure of a collapsing star from within.
Get out of my head! And sometimes, the reactor overloads.
The remnant of the explosion. A lonely crystal, carrying the data of a weightless sorrow.
The first stage, the formation of a nebula, a radiant cloud of potential and hope, visible to all living things.
The outer shell of this star is composed of selflessness. It absorbs all danger.
Thank you.
And it emits light. A stable spectral signal, designed to transmit the message. Safe.
This spectrum is recorded across the planet. It becomes a definition, a constant of salvation.
Each smile is a carefully calibrated photon of light. Not too bright, just enough to dispel the darkness.
Is too bright a symbol. Even the sharpest observers can only analyze the surface light. They lack the instruments to measure the pressure within.
Hyperion, how do you feel?
The answer is always pre-programmed, because the core of the star is still undergoing compression.
The formation phase is over. It is now time for nuclear fusion. It is time for the forge.
The first impact. The gravitational force of destruction begins the compression.
Matter is compressed. The density of pain increases exponentially. The temperature of endurance begins to rise.
Is that all you've got? And the first light is emitted from the reactor. Not the light of hope, but the light of defiance.
Gamma radiation from a hostile force. It doesn't destroy the star. It provides more fuel for the reactor.
Micro instabilities. Tremors from the core that the outer shell must conceal.
This is not a display of strength. It is a process of energy calibration, releasing just enough to neutralize, not enough to destroy.
You're gonna need more than that.
The smile has now transformed. It becomes a force field, a signal that disrupts the enemy's morale.
Go! Hurry up!
The multitasking of a quantum supercomputer, simultaneously maintaining nuclear fusion while protecting the surrounding planets.
Core temperature reaches its limit. The pressure becomes unimaginable.
The reactor's safety systems are being disabled. Prepare for an uncontrolled energy release event.
I feel like I live in a world made of cardboard.
And this is the star's confession, that its light can incinerate everything it loves. The forge has completed its cycle. It is now time for the supernova event.
Get out of my head!
And sometimes, the reactor overloads. A supernova of emotion. An event of pure energy release.
This is strength unbound by the cardboard constant. This is the physics of an angry god.
Axiom, stop.
When a star explodes, its gravity becomes chaotic. It no longer distinguishes between a planet and a meteor.
Facing the heart of the supernova. An experience few can recount. Thermal radiation is no longer controlled. It incinerates everything in its path. Amazon, we have to stop him before he levels the entire fortress. The energy has been released. The explosion is over. But after every supernova comes an empty void and cold remnants.
The star has cooled. All that remains is a dead planet, a reminder of its own destructive power, the remnant of the explosion. A lonely crystal, carrying the data of a weightless sorrow.
We have home. It's good to be home, Axiom.
But every star has a planetary system orbiting it.
He camouflages himself in a normal orbit, pretending to be a small planet instead of a sun.
Careful there, Havenwood.
But the core of the star never truly cools. The energy begins to accumulate again.
Because this process is eternal, the forge must be restarted. Because this universe will always need its light. They see the smile in battle, but the truth is, the smile is for us. For him, it is forever a forge.